Tower moments. Tower moments happen when the divine wants to move you from one place to a better place or to get you to see what was hidden from you. Because we, as the people that we are, we're prone to fight to hold on to the things that the divine universe is taking away so that we can receive better and the things that we desire. But you need to be in balance so you recognize that these moments are there for your benefit. For example, I like to use the one about this bird that was living in my maple tree in front of my house. Now, this bird had built the nest in this tree. Now, I have a car collection. So sometimes I have to park one car off to the side so I can get other cars out the back of the house. And it just so happened this bird built the nest in the part of the tree that kind of drapes over the front of the car a little bit. So I noticed every day I come out, there would be bird crap all over the hood of my car. I said, okay, I'll wash it off. I'll let it go. I love nature. I don't mind the birds and the squirrels and all those kind of things. But then one day, this bird took her entire wide behind and draped it over the edge of that nest and looked me dead in my face and just dropped the biggest load I ever seen. And it was like, this bird, I don't know what kind of diet it was on, but it was like gummy bears and I couldn't get it off the hood of my car. I said, all right, that's it. We're done with this. I said, it's my house, my property, my tree. I got bird houses in the back. You're going to move into the back. So I decided she had to go. She had to go somewhere else, but she could no longer stay in that tree. So I decided I don't want to hurt her. I'll shake her out the tree. Tower moment number one. So I grabbed the tree and I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it, I'm shaking it. And that bird sat on that nest and she shook and she shook and she shook with the tree, but she did not go nowhere. She stayed right there. I said, oh, so it's like that. Okay, here we go. Tower moment number two. I told my son, I say, go in the garage and get me one of those canvas tow straps that we use to tow cars with. He says, what you gonna do? We're gonna sling her out the tree. He says, like in the cartoons? I said, just like in the cartoon. And we tried. We put that sling on that tree, and we pulled it, and we pulled it, and we got it bent, and it's on that angle. And we let it go. And that tree takes off. Whoom, whoom, from left to right, left to right. And that bird is glued on that nest going left to right, and she's not moving. I said, oh, so it's like that. Okay. So I went and I have a pole that I use for painting. It extends up to 30 feet. So I used this pole. I said, oh, we're going to get you out that nest today. And I go and I start poking on the bottom of the nest. Now, this is tower moment number three. And the nest flips up. Finally, she flies out. But at the same time, this little ball flies out the nest. And it kind of lands on me and I catch it. And it's a baby bird. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do? So I get my son, I say, grab the ladder. We got to get this thing back up in there. And we take the baby bird and we put it back into the nest. And we fix the nest. And I'm feeling all bad. So the next couple of days, there's no action out there. An in-law stops by. And I don't know what she want. But anyways, I go out there to talk to her. And I noticed this time on the hood of my car, it was these things. I'm like, what is that? That bird came back and chewed the heads and the spinal cords completely out the babies and spit them on the hood of my car in the same spot where she would crack. And threw their little bodies down on the ground. They were laying right next to my wheel. I said, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe that this had happened. Now, how does this bird story relate to Tower Moments? Well, it's like this. When the divine wants to get your attention, he'll shake your tree or your foundation to get you to open up, see what's wrong, or acknowledge a change that needs to take place. When you don't acknowledge what the divine is showing you, well, that's when he'll sling your tree, sling you all around to get you to move in the direction you're being shown. When you fight and resist, that's when adversity sets in. The breaking up of the foundation to get you to move, and you will move. Some of you folks are so far out of balance and alignment with the universe that when you have a loss, you want someone else to have a loss, to feel the pain that you have. So you go out and do something that's irreversible, something that has lifelong damages to others. The bottom line is, when you are balanced and in alignment with the universe, you will recognize when the universe is communicating with you. And you won't have to go through all of these tower moments and devastation.